Greetings, 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 my V family all over the world. This is your chief, week 41, Mallorca, Spain. I'm sure this sofa looks familiar. It's been crazy. The past 4-5 days, I've been with the great ones, Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, all right, with the blue diamonds, the platinums, the V partners. We have been spending time with the founders, their training, all right. We've been going around Palma, we've been going around Port Soleil, all right. We're staying at the most unbelievable resort, the Jumeirah, Mallorca, and I can see the whole Mediterranean Sea right outside this window, but now it's like, 2 a.m. in the morning, so there's nothing to show you, all right. And I am loving every second of this because I remember the promises made by Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. They told me 26 years ago that, Pathman, one day we'll be traveling to the most exotic places together. We'll be living our dream life, staying in the best hotels, flying first class, you understand, living the life that other people only dream about. And today, sitting here in Mallorca, all I can say is one thing, that Japa and Dato Sri Vijay, they keep their promises. Because everything they told me 26 years ago has become a reality today. And I love them for it. And we spend the whole day celebrating Dato Sri Vijay's birthday. My Insta is full of amazing content put together by Jonathan and Laureen. All right. And there is Chronicles of Mallorca, and the final episode, we should be out on Tuesday. Yesterday, if you haven't caught it, all right, is the one with the founders, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. Don't miss it. It's so freaking cool. And today, I don't know why I'm feeling a bit different. And I wanted to communicate something to you, which is not directly related to network marketing. All right. But something that I believe in strongly. And even for the wee kids and wee teens, if you're watching, this is Uncle Cheese. And this message applies to you. When I was 17 years old, which was 4 years ago, all right, when I was 17 years old, 4 years ago, because I'm 21 now, I read a quote, which Dato Sri always refers to it as Pathman's favorite quote. I read a quote by Helen Keller. And Helen Keller was blind, deaf, and mute. Just imagine for 1 minute. You can see, you can hear, you can speak, you can communicate, you can experience anything except with touch. I know you say, wow, but I cannot even imagine the life that great woman led. And she wrote a quote that I read somewhere accidentally, all right, where she wrote that life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Written by a woman, a great woman, all right, that was blind, deaf, and mute. And that was that moment at 17 years old that I decided that no matter what happens in my life, I will keep one promise to myself, that my life will always be a daring adventure. Because I believe, guys, that from the time you are born till the time you go back home to your Creator, that's our life, okay? And much as we complain, and all of you complain about everyone controlling your life, all right? Everything, your government, your mother-in-law, your parents, your schooling system, all right? Tax, okay? Opportunity, unfairness of the world, all right? We sit down and spend hours, all right, in a day complaining about life, all right? We spend hours complaining about what we don't have, what we cannot achieve, all right? And if you are on this journey with us today, you complain about, prospects who say no. You complain about Google search. You complain. But think about it. Helen Keller was blind, deaf, and mute. And she didn't choose to complain. Instead, she wrote a statement that life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. She chose to embrace whatever was given to her and make the best out of it. In the words of my mother, that you have very limited choices in life. We don't choose our parents. We don't choose where we are born. Most of us don't choose the circumstances of our birth. We don't choose when we are going to die or how we are going to die. But in between that birth and death is something called life. And here you have the power of choice. It is all yours. So the first thing I want you to hear and listen carefully, where you are today, whether you are hitting your targets, you are not hitting your targets, whether you are frustrated, whether you are angry, all right, kids and teens, maybe you're upset with your parents or upset with school, you're upset with the results you are not getting from network marketing, from QNet. You are where you are today by your choices, not by anyone else's choices. Because you chose yesterday not to do a presentation. You chose last week not to achieve your TAT. You chose to stay at home on Sunday and not go out and meet your downlines. You chose not to call that prospect you met in the bus stop or in the airport 6 hours ago. You chose to press the snooze button on your alarm this morning and to sleep another hour. You chose to allow the negativity on the internet or the opinions of your relatives or the neighbors to impact you negatively. So where you are today is by your choice, not by anyone else. So stop blaming the world and look at yourself and exercise the power of choice that He has given you, right? And do something about it. Because when I was 22, when I started my journey, I was worse off than all of you. I told you my story, I had 20 US. That was my life savings. My life savings was 20 US dollars in my bank account. At that time, 90 or 80 ringgit, Malaysia. That's all I had. I didn't have money to sign up. I borrowed money from my mother, all right, to sign up in QNet in 1998. Are you guys with me or not? All right, we did not have the internet. We filled up forms. We didn't have 1,000 products today. We had nothing much to promote and sell. And we still went out there and we did it. We made a choice. Japa and Dato Sri Vijay made a choice to start this company in 1998, September 8. They made a choice never to give up on us and their dream. They made a choice to keep fighting for your dreams every single day. And sometimes I think you're making the wrong choices or you're making the easy choices. Stop living a life of excuses. Stop blaming the world for your lack of success. You are where you are because you chose to be where you are. It is not anyone's fault. If Helen Keller, who was blind, deaf and mute, changed the world, learned Braille, wrote books, and wrote a quote that has changed my life since I was 17 years old, that life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all, then what's your problem? So my message to you today, and I'm sorry I'm being so passionate, but I'm saying this out of love. I care about you. And one thing I hate the most, to see somebody with great potential waste it. To see people with unbelievable potential waste it, all right, by complaining and making wrong choices. So on this Wednesday message, start making the right choices. If you are in a toxic relationship, leave. If your family doesn't support you, prove them wrong by becoming the greatest success story in QNet. If your government doesn't like network marketing, keep building to a point they cannot ignore this industry. If you have been rejected 1,000 times, celebrate, because now you have become a professional networker, like Dato Sri Vijay said. All right? If nothing is going your way, think of Helen Keller, shut up and keep working. If nobody likes you, it's okay. The most important thing is that you love yourself. All right? We are not here in a popularity contest. We are here to achieve obscene amount of success. Now, He, the master plan, brought you here. I didn't call you to ask you to sign up. You signed up. Somebody picked up the phone and called you. Out of 8 billion people on the planet, Somebody called you. And you, at that time, made the best choice of your life to say yes to meet the guy in a coffee shop or girl in a coffee shop. You saw the presentation. You had doubt, but an inner voice told you, let's try it. And you signed up. And that's why you're watching this Wednesday message today. But just because you're in QNet doesn't mean success is automatic. You got to pay the price. You got to do the work. You got to focus on presentation. You got to raise people. You got to have a high level of tolerance for pain. You understand? You got to work harder than you ever worked in your life. You got to do whatever it takes. And that's a choice you have to make. So ultimately, what is the end result of our journey of life? It is the accumulation of the choices we make. I made a choice 26 years ago to start my journey with Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. And every day I make a choice to remain loyal to these two great men, our founders. And every day I make the same choice to be here for you as your upline and keep pushing you out of your comfort zone and help you rise to reach your true potential. So make the right choices. All right? And the only thing I want you to do after listening to this Wednesday message, and I know it's going to be difficult, but I want you to try. Stop complaining. Just catch yourself. The minute you are about to complain, stop yourself. If you just stop complaining, your life will transform completely, I promise you. Guys, this is the greatest opportunity of your lifetime. You made the best choice by signing up. You made the best choice by watching this Wednesday message. Now keep making good choices until you reach the pinnacle of the potential of this business, that is to be a max out king and a max out queen. And to be a max out king, to be a max out queen, ultimately, what is it? It's a choice that you have to make. You got to make the choice that presentation becomes your way of life. You got to make the choice that you will help anyone regardless of race, religion, creed, gender. You have to make a choice that you want to impact your community positively. You got to make a choice that you will be an ambassador for entrepreneurship through network marketing. You got to make a choice that you will stop crawling and start flying. And you got to make the choice that I made when I was 17 years old, that no matter what I do, all right, I made a promise to myself that I will live according to the words of Helen Keller, that my life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. And I'm not going to allow my life to be nothing at all. All right, and this Mallorca trip, the last 26 years, everything we have been through, every challenge we have overcome, all right, every VCon, every ISB, every country we have landed, built, collapsed, rebuilt, every diamond we have raised, every blue diamond we have raised, every platinum we have raised, every V Council, AVP, V Partner nominee, V Partner, Dato Sri Vijay has invited on stage. Every country we have traveled and conquered with the vision and mission of rhythm and touching a billion hearts. All I can tell you is, I'm proud of many things of myself, but one thing I'm most proud of, I've kept that promise to Pathman Senathirajah, that the last 26 years, I can proudly say, thanks to Japa, Dato Sri Vijay Ishwan, that my life has been a true daring adventure. Are you guys with me? So wake up, smell the coffee, stop complaining, make the right choices. And remember the words of Helen Keller. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Love you guys.